Is up. This is for Virgo. This is going to be money, abundance, finance, resources, career, work, daily income, all that good stuff in regards to resources, finances, abundance, money for December 2021. Okay, I'm going to try to get this to you guys before the month's end of November so you get a head start. Let's see what we have for Virgo. Nice to have you joining us, Virgo. Just want to acknowledge you. Had a really great Leo reading just now, especially part 2 on the Patreon. It was really fun. So please do subscribe to the Patreon. It's only $3 a month. It's well worth it. You get some gems like that Leo part 2 reading and other ones as well. All of the signs pertain to everybody. That's just the truth, We all have a fifth house. In particular, fifth house is ruled by Leo. And the ruling planet as well as the sun. The sun is having to do with our self-identity. Again, fifth house, this is fun, relaxation, fun in the sun, carefree, childlike wonder and awe, like provided for, taken care of. And that has a lot to do with, what we're talking about in part 1 and especially part 2 of the Leo energy, really tapping into that Leo kind of sunlight, warm energy of like not worried about anything, like it's going to be okay somehow, some way. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little bit of what we were talking about. We basically left off talking about kind of zooming out at the proper kind of frame of what best serves you as far as an outlook of life. That's a big part of abundance and generating wealth. You wouldn't want to lose the forest from the trees, basically. That would be the negative kind of connotation with being too present, too in the moment. There could be that we emphasize being present as being empowering, but if there were a dark side, it would be kind of thinking that this immediate moment is all that there was, when really, truly, one of the greatest parts of the human element is that you get to co-create with the divine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing. But you got to give yourself the chance and the opportunity to do so, okay? And that best comes and that's best served on a hot plate. That's best served when you least expect it, when you break out of your comfort zone, when you break out of your mold, when you break out of, what you're used to doing. And a lot of what we're used to doing comes from our identity. I'm not a morning person, or I do this, I do that. And that's not who you are. You're right here and you're right now, and you're all the good stuff that you could create from right here and right now. Another thing that we talked about was creating a moniker, almost like an alter ego for yourself. Like how Floyd Mayweather, the greatest boxer in history, went from Pretty Boy Floyd in his career to Money Mayweather. You would want to do the same thing. And one of the funny ones that I came up with for myself was Crypto Pete, since my name is Peter. If you didn't know that, nice to meet you. Peter over here at Running Gun Tarot. Crypto Pete. And you want to have like the spirit of like, what's Crypto Pete? Okay, this cool, like, electronica guy. But really the sentiment of that, the water behind that, the emotion behind that is like, I'm divinely guided, blessed, abundant, provided for. I never have to worry about, streams of income or revenue coming in. I don't got to worry about rent. I don't got to worry about finance. I don't got to worry about anything because I'm provided for. I'm a child of God, a child of the light. And, it's funny that we came up with that during the Leo reading because, again, Leo is dramatic, childlike wonder and awe, an expressive spirit, creative, fun, playful, relaxation, vacation. It's all of these beautiful energies of that kind of childlike free spirit. And it's like the warmth of being taken care of. I'm even picturing the kind of sun card, which is associated with, again, the ruling planet, quote unquote, the sun, for fifth house Leo. And, it's just like kind of the sun behind the back, like something is looking over you, even if it's just your higher self, okay? Which is beautiful and wonderful because, one, you're not alone. You have all the different variations of yourself. I always preach that, but it's tailor-made and custom-made to you. And hence, when we talk about being co-creators, you get the chance, every instant and every moment in life to do that based on how you're projecting, based on how you're, what you're conjuring up, what your mode is, what your mood is, Virgo. So again, if you didn't get your fair share of Phil's worth, in me just kind of describing what we're talking about, feel free to subscribe to the Patreon. You get access to everyone's Part 2 Love and Money readings. And like I said, it pertains to everybody because we all have houses 1 through 12 in astrology, and each of them is ruled by a ruling planet and a ruling zodiac sign. And physiologically, all of the signs are within us. Aries rules the head, Taurus rules the shoulders, Gemini rules the arms and the hands, Cancerian rules, I think, the heart and the breastbone, Leo rules like the rib cage, and so on and so forth. Okay. Let's see what else. So yeah, look into that as well. I think Virgo rules like the kidneys or something like that. One of the organs, one of the intestines, maybe the upper large intestine, something like that. I know digestive tract or system, I believe Virgo rules. Scorpio rules the sexual reproduction organs. Sagittarius is the thighs and the hips, the legs. Capricorn, I think, is like the shins, the calves. Aquarius is like the ankles, and the Pisces is the feet, or something like that. So, we literally are like a walking star constellation. We're made of stardust and all that kind of hippy-dippy all that hippy-dippy bullshit, carbon molecule, 6-point carbon molecule. Not to get all deep and esoteric, but hey, you can go down that rabbit hole. Okay, Virgo, so this is money, abundance, wealth, fortune, fame, resources, material, and spiritual wealth and abundance and all that good stuff. Again, we're aligned with our higher selves. We're on the side of love and light and good here, morally, ethically, virtue-wise, and all that good stuff. So spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light, highest possible messages for Virgo at this time, December 2021, for money and abundance. I am a Virgo rising as well, so this will benefit me. But again, all the readings benefit everybody. 3 of Wands in the reverse. This could be coming out of a third-party situation. This could be pointing to the 2 of Wands in the upright, which is future envisionment, future forecasting. 3s are about creativity. We talked about, creating the viewpoint, the vision, what's being projected on the projector screen based on your kind of internal mode and mood and sentiment. 3 of Wands in the reverse could be feeling like your blessings aren't coming in, which automatically to me means that there's something that you could be self-generating, Virgo. The 3 of Wands in the reverse could feel like there's no new chances or opportunities for you to travel to new places, maybe for the holidays. It's known as in the upright, new horizons, someone looking off of a coastline, to the setting sun or rising sun, depending on how you look at it. To me, this is more of a mindset, because the wands are action based, and presence is where action occurs. It's where action goes down in the present moment, and presence is required, Virgo. So when I see the wands, I think of action. The projector forecasting image of the 2 of Wands comes to mind, because again, the 3 in reverse is pointing to that. You want to focus on the big picture, is what I'm getting here. You want to focus on the trajectory of what it is that you're doing. Consistent action. The 2 and the 3, to me, again, are in my mind, in the reverse is coming out of conflict. I think you recently removed yourself or came out of conflict in some way, shape, or form, whether relationally, business-wise, company-wise. 5 of Wands in the reverse points to the 4 Wands in the upright. 4 Wands we spoke to, again, with the Leo reading, as 4s are stability. Wands are action, stable action over a long course of time, as symbolized by, one of the references of the four wands in the upright is marriage, the marriage energy. Till death do us part. So you're really going to be like about, riding or dying with this energy over a long period of time, over a long course of time, over a long trajectory of time. We have Venus retrograde in Capricorn until March 3rd, currently in the shadow period until December 19th. Capricorn is a very kind of nose to the grindstone over a long period trajectory of time. We're talking 10 years plus. I see 1010 on the clock as I say that. Capricorn is a very kind of goal-oriented, goal-achieving, probably, second to Aries. I'm biased because I'm an Aries. But as far as like climbing that mountaintop, like Capricorn will do that. So the fact that you have Venus in Capricorn retrograde means that it's a doubling back situation, maybe coming across opportunities that you missed out on in the past year. But really kind of mining, digging for gold, digging for, platinum, crypto Pete, digging for, it could be mining cryptocurrencies as well. But you're kind of digging, you're really kind of seeing the worth and the value of, again, I'm getting this spirit of like mining something. What else can be said about that? And with mining, it takes time, but it's well worth it. I remember I went to Knott's Berry Farm this past Halloween, and I didn't get a chance to catch the Knott's Scary Farm, which is where they put up all the Halloween decorations. But I went through this mining ride. It's basically a ride where they take you into this mountain. I think it was called Candy Mountain, and it reminds me of that song by Neil Young, Sugar Mountain, I think it's called. Oh, to live in Sugar Mountain. Listen to that song if you haven't. It's pretty cool. It's so noisy at the fair. But basically, the ride was like Candy Mountain, and it's all these like miners with beards and old flappy hats and suspenders and all these mining tools, these like pickaxes, and they're mining candy. That's the theme of the ride. And you're in this ride, and these guys are just happy as fuck to mine candy. And there's smoke and smells. You could smell the sugar of the candy. There's lights, and I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we even joked about like, I would love to have a Halloween party here in this creepy ass cave. And it was like this weird, like tongue in cheek, like both creepy, but at the same time, like it was kind of cool in a weird way. But it was so over our heads in the moment. But in hindsight, and again, zooming out to the bigger picture, not losing the forest from the trees, you kind of understand like the metaphor behind it. Not to get all like deep and, like I'm on peyote or anything, but it's like, these motherfuckers were happy as a clam, like singing and whistling, and like, makes me think of the seven dwarfs, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You know what I'm saying? Now you could get real deep and mystical and spiritual with all that shit. But let's go over to Patreon for part 2. Link below. I think we're cooking now, Virgo. So I'm gonna jump right into that Seven Dwarfs metaphor. And we're gonna keep the conversation going, but I need to pay the bills. So $3 a month. Subscribe to Patreon. Well worth it. You help vote with your dollar. Raise the vibe of your tribe, and allow me to keep on waxing poetic and philosophy and helping you guys out there and helping myself too. So meet me over on Patreon, part 2, link below, and we could keep this conversation rolling, Virgo. Okay, I'll talk to you. Peace.